This is Quimada Grande Island. From above, it looks like a forgotten paradise in the middle of the Atlantic, a refuge surrounded by the deep blue ocean, untouched by civilization. However, beneath its natural beauty hides one of the most dangerous places on the planet. Few dare to approach it, and for good reason. Stories about this island have circulated for generations. They say that those who set foot there never return to tell the tale. Legends speak of fishermen and adventurers who ventured too close and disappeared without a trace. The reason? Snakes. Lots of snakes. Quimada Grande is infested with one of the deadliest snakes in the world. There are no sea monsters or pirate curses here. The real threat slithers among the trees. Today, we will take you to discover the deadliest and most dangerous island in Brazil, and possibly on the world, Snake Island. Buckle up, because this journey promises chills. Location and geography. Just 36 kilometers off the southern coast of São Paulo lies an island that defies expectations. Covered by Atlantic forest but without a single stretch of beach, there's no sandy shore for sunbathing or a calm sea for a refreshing dip. But the absence of sand is the least of its problems. This island is nature's obstacle course, filled with challenges and inhabitants unafraid to share their space with visitors. With an area of 430,000 square meters, Quimada Grande Island is a constant ascent and descent, featuring two elevations that define its appearance. On one side stands a discreet lighthouse, and on the other, an imposing hill that reaches 206 meters. Landing on the island is a challenge in itself. There are no ports or welcoming bays. Arrivals occur on slippery rock platforms covered in sludge, inviting falls for the unwary. The vegetation consists of tall, dense trees forming a closed forest with hidden caves among the rocks. It looks like something out of an adventure movie, but believe me, the most remarkable feature of the island isn't its landscape. The island's true rulers are its official inhabitants. Snakes. Lots and lots of snakes. There are no rangers or ecologists on duty, and frankly, none are needed. Who would dare invade a place like this? It's no surprise that in 2010, the website List ranked Quimada Grande as the worst place in the world to visit, surpassing even Chernobyl and Azerbaijan's mud volcanoes. The island's origin. Quimada Grande first appeared on maps in 1532 when Martim Afonso de Souza, the Portuguese soldier who founded Brazil's first city, São Vicente, passed by during an expedition. What did he do upon seeing the island? He stopped, hunted some birds, and before leaving, set the entire island on fire. Yes, you read that right. They burned the entire island. But why? There's no official version, but some say fear or superstition prevailed. Perhaps Martim Afonso and his troops encountered some of the infamous snakes that now reign there. Whether it was fear, bad luck, or survival instinct, no one knows. But burning the island became a sort of tradition. By the late 19th century, the Brazilian Navy decided to install a lighthouse there. And guess what? The lighthouse keepers who lived on the island experienced the same terror. Snakes everywhere. Their response? More fires. The flames were reportedly so intense that they could be seen from the mainland. That's how Quimada Grande, which means big burn, got its name. Living surrounded by snakes wasn't just a story to tell, it was a relentless reality. The snakes devoured chickens, dogs, cats, and any other animals the keepers brought to make their isolated lives more bearable. This nightmare lasted until 1925 when the lighthouse was automated and the Navy finally withdrew the keepers. Since then, the snakes have completely taken over, reigning supreme to this day. Deadly tales. Though there are no official records of deaths, the stories surrounding Quimada Grande seem straight out of a horror movie, with a hefty dose of urban legend. One famous tale recounts three fishermen who, after a day of unsuccessful fishing, spotted banana trees on the island. Hungry, they decided to land and gather some fruit, unaware they were entering forbidden territory. Two were found days later in pools of blood, while the third vanished without a trace. No boat, no body, as if the island had swallowed him whole. Another chilling story involves the last lighthouse keeper, who lived on the island with his wife and 3 children. One night, snakes invaded their house through the windows, forcing the family to flee desperately. Running toward their boat, they encountered more snakes hanging from tree branches. The family never made it to the sea. In the 1920s, another caretaker was sent to the island with his wife and 5-year-old daughter. When the supply team arrived to restock the lighthouse, they found the door open and the place empty. The family was discovered dead on a trail. To this day, those who venture onto the island claim to hear children's laughter mixed with the wind. Truth or imagination? Only those who've been there know. If that wasn't enough, some say the island guards a pirate treasure. According to legend, pirates hid a valuable chest there, leaving the snakes as guardians to scare off adventurers. This theory even became the subject of a Discovery Channel program, where experts landed on the island to search for the treasure. Why so many snakes? Believe it or not, the snakes on Quimada Grande got trapped there due to natural events. About 20,000 years ago, during the last ice age, the sea level was much lower, and the island was part of the mainland. When the ice melted and sea levels rose, the island became isolated, and some golden lancehead vipers, Bothrops insularis, were stranded. Cut off from the mainland, these snakes followed a unique evolutionary path. Unlike their mainland relatives that feed on rodents, the island vipers had to adapt. Their diet now consists of migratory birds that only occasionally pass by the island. Curiously, they don't attack a resident bird species that lives there year-round. Scientists are still puzzled by this strange pact of non-aggression. To catch migratory birds, the vipers have learned to climb trees, making them the only Brazilian snakes that live in the treetops. They disguise themselves by moving their tails like worms to lure unsuspecting birds. Unlike their mainland cousins, which bite and wait for venom to take effect, the island vipers latch on tightly, making escape nearly impossible. Their venom is one of the most potent in the world, causing excruciating pain, internal bleeding, and necrosis. Restricted access. Queimada Grande is a paradise for biologists and snake enthusiasts, but if you're thinking of visiting, forget it. Access is highly restricted. In 1985, the Brazilian government declared it an area of ecological interest to protect its unique ecosystem. Anyone wishing to visit must obtain special permission, and unauthorized interference with the environment is a serious crime. Conservation efforts. Despite its eerie reputation, the golden lancehead is in danger of extinction. As of 2019, the Brazilian government estimated the population at around 2,000 to 2,500 snakes. Though this may sound like a lot, it's the only place in the world where this species exists. Deforestation and illegal animal trafficking are major threats. On the black market, a golden lancehead can fetch up to $30,000. Since 1920, the Butantan Institute has removed about 830 snakes for scientific research. While these studies have greatly advanced science, removing so many snakes from a limited population likely impacted the species' balance. Scientific importance efforts are underway to ensure the golden lancehead doesn't disappear. Each snake on the island is microchipped to monitor the population. Research goes beyond understanding snake behavior. The Butantan Institute seeks to develop life-saving solutions from their venom. Snake venom has already led to breakthroughs like captopril, a drug used to treat hypertension. Scientists are also exploring ways to breed the golden lancehead in captivity as a genetic reserve. It may sound like science fiction, but it's crucial for conservation. Queimada Grande is a stark reminder that even the things that frighten us can hold immense value. The natural world is full of surprises, and not all are bad. If you've enjoyed this journey to one of Brazil's most dangerous and fascinating destinations, don't forget to like, follow the channel, and turn on notifications. There are plenty of spine-chilling stories and incredible places in our beautiful world. See you in the next video.